Today's unfortunate story is about an Anthony Joseph Garcia. He's an American serial killer and former medical doctor who was convicted of two separate double murders committed in the year of 2008 and the year of 2013 in Omaha, Nebraska. Garcia was arrested in July 2013 and went on trial in October 2016. He was apparently found guilty on all counts and later sentenced to death. Garcia was born on June 7th, the year of 1973, in Los Angeles, California, to Fred and postal service worker Ana Stella, a nurse born in Mexico. He has two young siblings. Garcia received his medical degree from the University of Utah in the year of 1999. He then began a residency at St. Elizabeth's Medical Center, where he remained for approximately 6 months before being forced to resign for unprofessional and inappropriate conduct. In July, the year of 2000, Garcia began another residency in his pathology department at the Creighton University Medical Center, Bergen Mercy in Omaha, Nebraska. He soon received poor reviews from Dr. Chandra Bhutra, a professor of his, who later told reporters, he had a big attitude problem. He just did not want to learn. I thought he was arrogant. He was mean. He liked to hurt people, and he derived pleasure from there. And so he was not a nice person. Garcia responded to her review with threats to sue. Despite his threats, Garcia was terminated for erratic behavior within a year by Dr. William Hunter and Roger Brumback. Garcia then enrolled in a psychiatry residency program at LSU Health Services Center, Shreveport in Shreveport, Louisiana. He remained there until February 27th, the year of 2008. On March 13th, year 2008, about 2 weeks after Garcia left LSU, Dr. William Hunter arrived at his home in Dundee and found the bodies of his 11-year-old son, Thomas, and 57-year-old housekeeper, Shirley Sherman, both of whom had been stabbed to death with knives apparently taken from the home's kitchen. Witnesses described a heavy-set, olive-skinned male in the vicinity, correlating him to a silver Honda CR-V with an out-of-state license plate. The police produced a sketch of the man's face based on those descriptions. Omaha police investigated the Hunter family, including Thomas, online, gaining presence but found no leads. Additionally, detectives investigated Shirley Sherman and her family, theorizing that she may have been the intended target, but also found no viable suspects. They also investigated another stabbing that occurred in the area, but detectives could not find a connection between the suspect in the case and the murders of the Hunter's home. Shirley Sherman's family offered $50,000 reward for the information on the case and also hired a private investigator. However, a year after the murders, the case went cold. On May 14th, year 2013, piano mover Jason Peterson and his crew arrived at the home of Roger Brumback and his wife, Mary. First thinking no one was home, one mover noted a handgun magazine lying in the home's open doorway. Peterson later told reporters that he saw Roger Brumback's body in the home, but no blood. After the Brumback murders, it was theorized that the attempted break-in at the Bhutra home was connected to the double homicides. Mois came up Garcia's file and saw that Garcia's dismissal from the Creighton had interfered with his ability to get employment or licensure in other states, and surmised that Garcia had enough motive to harm all three doctors. Mois then confirmed that shortly before the Brumback murders, Garcia, now living in Terre Haute, India, had purchased a firearm that would fit the magazine found at the Brumback home. Also, Garcia's credit card had been used twice in the area near the Brumback murders on that Mother's Day, and Garcia's phone showed a search for the Brumback address only a few minutes after the alarm sounded at the Boutrois home. Omaha detectives coordinated with Indiana law enforcement and the FBI to track Garcia. On July 15th, he was arrested on a highway in Union County, Illinois, as his blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. Garcia was immediately charged with DUI. When officers searched the car, they found a .45 caliber handgun, 50 bullets, and an LSU lab coat and a stethoscope. Nebraska authorities then took him into custody and charged Garcia with 4 counts of first-degree murder and use of a handgun. The state of Illinois suspended his medical license with days of his arrest. Garcia's trial began on October 3rd, the year of 2016. Douglas County attorneys Don Klein and Brenda Beadle prosecuted the case. Defense counsel included lead attorney Bob Mota Jr., his wife Allison Mota, father Robert Mota Sr., and Jeremy Jorgensen. However, before the trial began, Judge Gary Randall removed Allison Mota from the case for trying to poison the jury pool after she made public statements about the DNA evidence. On October 26, year 2016, Garcia was convicted on 9 counts, 4 counts of first-degree murder, 4 counts of use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and 1 count of felony burglary. The Motas withdrew their case before sentencing, leaving Garcia with a public defender. Sentencing was initially delayed as the state of Nebraska was set to vote on whether to repeal or retain the death penalty. In November of that year, the state voted to retain the death penalty, and in September of the year 2018, a 3-judge panel sentenced Garcia to death. Garcia remained on death row at the Tecumseh State Correctional Institution in Tecumseh. In November year 2022, the Public Defender's Office began attempts to appeal his sentencing, and by March year 2023, had filed a motion for a new trial, calling his previous attorneys a nightmare. In his appeal, Garcia noted 130 alleged errors made during his trial that involved 15 topics, including motions to suppress DNA and digital evidence, ineffective counsel, and constitutionality of the death penalty. Garcia also claimed that his counsel was ineffective for failing to seek a third competency hearing when he stopped communicating with his counsel prior to trial. He described himself as having a diminished capacity. On Friday, September 8th, year 2023, the Nebraska Supreme Court rejected his appeal for a new trial. The court ruled out, "We cannot determine on direct appeal whether counsel was ineffective in certain regards. We otherwise affirm Garcia's convictions and his sentences."